Welcome to the Explainer. So today we're going to decode a bit of a secret language. It's actually one single, profoundly simple idea that quietly holds up every bridge you drive across, every airplane you fly in, and, well, even the chair you're sitting in right now. We're going to explore the hidden rules governing the physical world all around us. And honestly, once you see this invisible geometry, you might literally never look at the built environment the same way again. Think about it for a second. It's a massive question, isn't it? What actually prevents a skyscraper from just crumbling under its own weight? The answer is a tool so fundamental that physicists and engineers point to it as the #1 reason undergraduate students fail mechanics. And getting it wrong in the real world, that has caused actual structures to collapse. It's called the free body diagram. Here is our roadmap for today. We'll start with the art of isolation, then meet the invisible forces at play, walk through the master step method for solving problems, explore the psychological traps and real-world stakes, and finally, look at how human brains are currently squaring off against modern AI.
Section 1, the art of isolation. Okay, let's dive right into this. I want you to picture yourself standing in the middle of a totally chaotic, incredibly noisy train station. People are bumping into you, announcements are blaring, luggage carts are rattling by. Now, if someone asks you exactly how hard you're being pushed by every single person touching you, trying to process the whole station is just overwhelming. But if you mentally erase all the noise, the trains, the crowds, and focus only on exactly who is bumping into you in that exact moment, suddenly the problem is solvable. That mental erasing, that is the absolute core of what we're talking about today.
A free body diagram, or FBD for short, is exactly that. It's a graphical representation used to visualize every single force acting on one single, isolated object. The word free here literally means liberated. You're acting like a forensic detective at a crime scene. You isolate the one specific object you care about, mentally cut it completely away from the table or the ropes attached to it, and you replace all those surrounding physical objects with simple arrows that represent their forces. Now, this definitely isn't some new fad. The conceptual roots trace all the way back to Isaac Newton in 1687 with his early vectors. Then, brilliant minds like Euler and Lagrange formalized it in the 1700s, and by the 1800s, it had become the standardized backbone of the Industrial Revolution, helping engineers calculate the loads for the very first iron bridges. And today, amazingly, we're actively trying to teach this 300-year-old concept to artificial intelligence. Section 2, meet the invisible forces. Now, what's really interesting about this next part is how we can actually treat these physical forces almost like a cast of characters in a play. Let's rapidly run through this cheat sheet of invisible actors, because to draw a good diagram, you need to know exactly how they behave. First up, weight. Gravity always pulls straight down, no exceptions. Then we have the normal force, which is basically a surface pushing back perpendicularly. Friction has this brilliant split personality. Static friction adjusts to hold things perfectly still, while kinetic friction slows things down once they start sliding. Tension acts as a perfect messenger, pulling along a rope or cable. Then there are your applied forces, like say your hand physically pushing a box. And finally, drag and thrust, which deal with fluids and propulsion. Section 3, the master step method. So once you know your cast of characters, you really just need the choreography, right? This next part is the universal sequence used around the globe to turn a messy word problem into a clean, solvable math equation. It all boils down to these 5 steps. Step 1, isolate your object as a simple dot or a box. Step 2, identify every force. And the real trick here, just ask yourself 2 simple questions. What is physically touching it, and is gravity acting on it? If you ask those, I guarantee you won't miss a single thing. Step 3 is drawing and labeling your arrows. Step 4, establish a smart coordinate system. You know, sometimes just tilting your X and Y axes makes the math infinitely easier. And finally, step 5, apply Newton's second law to actually solve your equations. Section 4, traps and real-world stakes. Of course, knowing the steps and executing them perfectly are 2 entirely different things. Let's look at some specific psychological traps that ensnare students and why making these mistakes in the real world is incredibly dangerous. There is a massive, incredibly common misconception out there regarding Newton's third law. A lot of people incorrectly try to put action and reaction pairs on the exact same object. That is flat out wrong. When you push a wall, the wall pushes you back, absolutely. But those forces act on 2 completely different objects. Action and reaction force pairs never, ever go on the same free body diagram. Educators see a few other persistent traps all the time too. Things like accidentally switching systems mid-diagram or double counting a force by drawing both the main force and its decomposed parts. But you know what the absolute deadliest trap is? Skipping the diagram entirely. Trust me, trying to jump straight into equations relying purely on your intuition is a fast track to catastrophic math errors. In cutting-edge aerospace stress analysis, engineers have a saying, garbage in, garbage out. When they're designing complex 3D rigid bodies for commercial aircraft, a flawed initial free body diagram renders even the most advanced mathematics utterly useless. Think about it. If you don't correctly map out the structural loads, the support reactions, and the moments, which is basically the tendency of a force to cause rotation, the safety of that aircraft is totally compromised. The foundation has to be flawless. Section 5. Human brains versus AI. Okay, let's fast forward and see how this all applies in the modern day, comparing this 340-year-old pencil and paper tool against the absolute frontier of modern technology, large language models. Honestly, the results are quite humbling. Recent 2026 research from the journal Physics Education evaluated how well advanced AI systems could actually draw free body diagrams. The AI really struggled. It placed forces in the wrong physical locations, it pointed arrows in totally wrong directions, and it even suffered from non-force hallucinations, literally cluttering up the diagrams with velocity vectors or visual noise that just didn't belong there. It turns out AI simply lacks the strict spatial logic and physical cause and effect required to get this right consistently. So what does this all mean? It tells us that the free body diagram is way more than just a drawing. It is a radical philosophy of simplification. Stripping away the noise of the universe to focus on an isolated truth is a uniquely human superpower. It requires a kind of deliberate, rigorous logic that, at least so far, AI hasn't managed to outsmart or replicate. So we've gone all the way from Newton's original spark to the current limits of artificial intelligence, and it's all connected by a few simple arrows radiating from a dot. It really changes how you look at the physical world, doesn't it? Next time you cross a bridge or even just set down your coffee cup, take a second and ask yourself, what invisible forces are acting right now, and how would you isolate them? Thanks for joining me on this explainer, and keep looking for the hidden rules around you.